Okay, well, we are live on Facebook. We are recording, so we're good to go. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to a very chilly Monday night. It is time for it's been a very cold weekend. Welcome to the Monday message, and thanks for joining us. So, we are here to, discuss the business of doTERRA, and the premise was there for people to feel open to write in any questions or topics that they feel that they needed help with, and hopefully, fingers crossed, Jody or I, or indeed our guest speaker tonight, will be able to help. So there is a lot of people out there who would love some little help, little sort of bits of knowledge along the way, and hopefully that can happen on these Monday messages. Only a half an hour to talk about things. So tonight, there was a message earlier in the week that Jody was going to get on, and she's going to talk about sales, talking sales in terms of doTERRA, essential oils, and of course, would you believe Jody's not feeling the best? She's had a rough time this week, so she's going to take a back seat for tonight. She's going to hopefully talk about that next week. So those of you who were tuning in for that specific reason,
the travel bug got her, but not the right travel bug.
That's right.
The wrong travel bug.
Wrong travel bug.
Yeah.
And she picked it up in LA, and she's had a tough time this week. So I've been doing actually a lot of treatments on her, and I'll talk about that a bit later on. So tonight we've got the incredible Helen O'Grady with us. Now Helen is one of our frontline leaders, and an amazing leader, diamond leader, and of course we're going to talk a lot about things that Helen can help you with. And tonight's a little bit of a, well, for want of a better rule, what do we talk about, Helen? A rant. We're going to rant a bit tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to get it all out there.
Get it out. We're both Leos. We're just going to let loose and do the Leo rant.
Oh, hang on. I haven't pressed. Now I'm broadcasting, so none of that was on record. So would you believe? So welcome, guys, who have just joined us for the Monday message. I was just saying that that tonight we're going to have a bit of a change of tact. We're going to talk about excuses and people's tendency to come up with excuses when things don't go according to plan. Of course, doTERRA is like any other business, and our guest speaker tonight, Helen, is here to clarify things with me. Now, Helen, if I can speak honestly and plainly here, Helen does not mince words. She's straightforward and very much to the point, and I love that about Helen. Everyone loves that about Helen. You don't get
well, not all my people love that about me.
You don't get to diamond as Helen has done through making excuses. So
no,
talk about that. And I guess there's a little bit of like it's an open slather half hour. So before we get to that, we just want to talk about this month's promotions. Now today, of course, is the first of the month. And did you want to talk us through that, Helen? Today, the big announcement.
Yeah, so some very, very exciting promos. Really super exciting. So I know some people thought that, March was a bit slow. Well, doTERRA have totally delivered for you for April. 20% off all the kits except the smallest one. So the Little Family Essentials or Essential Collection is not going to be 20% off. The reason is that would drop it under 100 PV. So then that wouldn't really be good for all the people to get their Diamond Club freebie. So you can't get the little one, but you get all the others. So this is the time to go and show all your prospects, anyone you've ever spoken to. If you've done Spoil Yourself campaigns, go back to those people. If you've got your pipes thing, your 2+2+2, whatever system you use, it doesn't matter. Go find your contact list and tell every single person on there that this has never, ever happened before in Australia. Like they do it in the US very occasionally, and they have done it in Europe, but we've never had it. So really amazing time to help you guys to bounce back in your business by having this 20% off amazing promotion. So makes Nature Solutions kit look incredible, $508 instead of $635. So, and all the other great stuff you can have with that. It's the perfect month to just nail Nature Solutions kits, or better. Go for some oil sharing kits. Like go sign up some spas, hairdressers, dentists. I've been at the dentist. I'm going to tell the dentist they need to get an oil sharing kit.
anyone who's ever said that the kit is not good value or not cheap enough,
Yeah.
or just, oh, I want something extra, this is the month to get
This is
those.
the month. Like, it's an incredible deal. Yeah. So that's on, which is great. Now, doTERRA are also rewarding you guys when you do enrollments. So when you do 4 enrollments, you will get an oil that nobody else has got. You'll get Buddha wood, which is actually native to Australia, and it's really similar to sandalwood and amazing for like calming and meditation and, you know, those sorts of things. So yeah, you'll get that for 4 enrollments, and this runs all of April and all of May. So really, really cool. If you do 8, then you'll get Buddha wood and you'll get Roman chamomile. So, you know, some people don't have that yet. So I've got people in my team, you know, they've already just started to kick off building their business. Maybe they don't have that yet, but they're a great enroller, so they're all going to pick that up. And then if you do 12, you'll get Buddha wood, Roman chamomile, and Melissa. $233 oil for free.
Huge.
Like, how cool is that?
Big.
Who ever gets anything that amazing? So,
well, in the old days when Jodie was starting, it was jasmine and rose, and of course it was the pure little 5 ml bottles. But they don't really do that anymore. But
well, I've just seen that. Actually, I've got to talk about that because I just saw it come up. doTERRA Philippines are doing jasmine and rose.
Oh.
If you're enrolled doTERRA Philippines and you enroll 4 people, you get jasmine. If you enroll 7, you get rose. If you enroll 11, you get both. So this is the perfect time to go out, find some person from the Philippines that you know that lives over there and kick off their business.
Totally.
Because the Philippines market has just opened, and they'll all be super excited to earn these. So how amazing is that? To, you know, we could really piggyback off that too. So.
Well, look, back to our market. Melissa is for many people out of reach, and so a great incentive to get a bottle of Melissa. What's that worth? 350 or something?
233.
Three something retail.
233. Yeah, 233. Yeah.
So a very expensive oil, so definitely worth that, and just to strive just outside that comfort zone to get those oils.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
but at the end of the day too, you're going to earn faster on all those amazing enrollments. You're going to help all those people change their lives. Like, who doesn't want to help 12 friends change their life? And you're going to get these extra bonuses as well. So, you know, that's so generous of doTERRA to do that for us.
Definitely.
So that's the most exciting thing for me, really. It's just the support they're giving.
Look, I think this is, to be honest, this is a reaction from perhaps the market slowing down in the last month or so, or even longer. And we should talk about that because we promised this will be an open session tonight, no holding back. So like any business, like any business, there are ups and downs, and there's been a lot of talk about the fact that this is March was a very, very quiet month for many teams in doTERRA in this country, in Australia. So I was talking to Helen today, and I guess this is part of the reason we've got Helen on, is that she ended up just going out there and doing the work, doing the basics, doing those pipes, the PIPES, preparing, enrolling, and supporting the whole thing, not just supporting your team, but enrolling, because for many, that's where they have been. For many builders, they're inspired by their upline and doing what they need to be doing. So it's a trickle-down effect. So Helen got out there. And got enrolling. So your team's been inspired by that. You actually ended up having quite a solid month, a very good month, yeah?
Yeah. I can't actually say we had a bad month. I think we had a pretty good month. We didn't make our February volume, but we weren't all that far behind. So, and that was a BOGO month. So really, I'm totally happy. My team has worked amazingly hard. We do have 5 Diamond Club leaders out there doing, great things, changing the world. And, they've just kept going. No matter what, they just keep going. So
you have a no excuses mentality. I mean, you have a little one in tow. I mean, you take Zali with you pretty much everywhere.
She comes. Yeah, she comes to everything. She comes to all the classes. And, that's never been a thing for me to say I can't do that. Sometimes I do have certain parameters that I have to work around. occasionally I say, look, I'll do a class there, but I need it at my apartment there, not at someone's home for Zali's benefit. Sometimes I've got other more tighter kind of things, but I just tell that to my team ahead of time. Yeah. And they're all fine. You know, they know what I have to do, and I only say it if I've got a really specific reason to say it. So we've all got to have our boundaries, really. But I think there's a balance between your boundaries and making excuses.
Yes.
And I'm not going to make excuses. And if I'm doing this for my children to change our life, for, you know, abundance for multiple generations, then I can't have excuses, really, you know. So.
And as I was saying before, it's the trickle-down effect. If your leaders see you out there enrolling and doing the hard yards and out there doing classes around the countryside with a small child in tow, then you know, there is simply, as we said, no excuse mentality. And so they feel inspired and empowered to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's the same for any team across this country or indeed the world. It's the basics which counts, being consistent. After months, reaching outside that warm market, the people that you know, reaching outside that to people you don't know, being proud of what you do and being emboldened by these gifts that you have to offer. It's not being pushy or it's not about that at all. It's about sharing what you know with those people out there who need it. And
you've got to be really solidly into that, you know, really, really solidly committed to that. So if you're not the whole product of the product in every single way, why would people enroll with you, you know? And that's one of the things that I do say often in my team. I want to see people's daily protocols for their oils. Like, what are you doing and what are you using? And, you know, I don't want to go to someone's house, and it doesn't relate to my customers. It only relates to my...
we seem to have lost Helen there.
I fully identified builders and leaders, but I don't want to come to you and that there's Colgate on the basin and, you know, and all of these things, because that just means you're not fully living the lifestyle. And if you're not, then the people around you see that. So why would they then enroll with you? They'll come and enroll with me because they can't find bleach in my house. They can't find Colgate. They can't find any of those things. The dentist today told me to go home and take Nurofen. I don't own any packet of Nurofen. I never plan to own a packet of Nurofen. So, you know, you've really got to be authentic in all of that. And I think when you are, it just comes across completely. And then people go, oh, wow, she does this, you know, with oils. And, oh, my God, she does this with oils. She cleans her house with oils. She does that with oils. And they see that you solve all of your challenges with oils.
People are amazed, aren't they? I have a man bag, okay? Don't laugh. But instead of a handbag, it's a man bag. So it's quite a large thing. But I often pull out my little bag of oils in front of people when they're in need, and I offer them what I have. Whether it be Digestin or peppermint or whatever it is, or ice blue. It's really about having them on you at all times and living that and portraying that lifestyle, because I'm not going to pull out a packet of Panadol when someone has a headache.
No.
It's laughable, but people would do it. I remember not so long ago when I was working in my last employer, someone asked in the room, has anyone got a Panadol? And literally we had about 15 people in the staff room at the time.
Yeah.
Every single person in that room pulled out a pack of Panadols, like they were lollies, like they were a pack of lollies. But this is what we're dealing with. So you need to just step to the left and be that different person, be that difference, okay?
And it is that interesting thing of, you know, well, what will you do when it is getting a bit hard? So when you get a bad headache, do you go and get the Panadol, or do you just put your oils on more? Yeah. So it's like in those harder moments, like that actually is what shows your character and where you're at with your business. It shows everything. So, you know, if your shower gets moldy, do you cave and buy the bleach, or do you go, well, hey, what I'm using isn't working. I need to go on Google and find a really like hardcore recipe. Do you pull out your clove and cinnamon and smash it?
There's so many blogs, there's so many recipes out there floating around in various ways you can access and engage with. Now, do you have an idea that we were talking about earlier before we got on about your team, what they're doing this month in terms of a product swap?
So we've obviously we get a big influx of new people. So And obviously there's also people that have used their oils for some time, and you can get a bit stuck in that rut of just, you might have your key 6 oils that you use and you don't really use much else, or you're not sure what else to try in the product range. Not that you don't want to, but that you just don't know. So what we decided to do was we're doing 30 days of product exchanges. So basically every day for 30 days during the whole of April, we will tell you something that you could get rid of in your home that you can replace with a doTERRA thing. So today we've said you don't need to use Vicks Vapor Rub. Okay, you can use something that we have. And I can't say any more because I think we might be public and not compliant. So
but people get the idea.
you get the idea, okay? But you know what? If someone didn't have that, I will also go and drop them how to make their own chest balm in the comments. So I'll go back to that tonight and say, it's okay if you've only just got here and you've only got your kit and you don't have a vapor stick yet, you can pop it on your next LRP, that's all fine. But in the meantime, here you go, here's how you make a chest balm. You've got Easy Air in your kit. Easy done. There you go. If you want a bit more effect, put some frankincense in it too. So we'll have, where we can give a DIY option, we'll definitely do that. But we're basically aiming to say, okay, you don't need to use this, you can use this. So don't drink B drinks, take Mitomax. Honestly, it's so much better for you. Your liver will be so happy.
Every day.
Your adrenals will be so happy.
Even my brother was here in the weekend. He helped me with some garden work, and we gave him like a little bag of goodies for his time. He was here all day, and we gave him some laundry detergent. And my brother and his wife have been buying the oils for years, and he went, "I didn't know you had laundry detergent." He goes, "Oh."
That's right, and that's it. People don't always know what we have.
We take for granted what we have in this product range, but people who have been buying the oils for some time don't always know everything.
They don't. No, they don't. And unless you've actually sat with a whole product guide, which of course we can't get now because the really cool US ones that are like the gorgeous coffee table magazines. If you've sat and flicked through that, you get a bit of a sense of all the things that are around. But we haven't got that yet. We will get that one day, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
So it's hard to know what people know and what people don't know. So we're just going to give it a shot for 30 days and help them do swaps. Now, what we're also doing though is every day we'll do a draw. So I'm going to ask anyone who has already swapped to take a picture of themselves with that product already, and then there'll be a daily draw from those people.
Awesome.
So
very generous.
Yeah.
And
so
also something you mentioned earlier, you're doing just completely aside from anything else which is monthly related. It's just a product spotlight, like myrrh. You were talking about myrrh earlier.
Yeah. And I mean that's the other thing. Don't always just rely on what doTERRA's put out there. So if you're using an oil for a particular reason, write a series of posts about that. So I've just had some dental work done. So I've been using myrrh ahead of time. I've been using frankincense. It's been quite a long lead into this whole thing. So on the weekend, I just thought I'll write 5 days of info about myrrh. So I sat down. Didn't even take me 1 hour. That was maximum. I've literally written 5 posts. They're all pre-scheduled. I don't need to be there to put them up. The first one went up today. And people will learn about that as an additional thing to what's going on from doTERRA. So if you've got something that you've started to use for a particular reason, guarantee there's people out there. Already I've had PMs from people that have said, oh my God, I didn't know you could do that with myrrh. Or I can't wait to find out some other things I can do with this. Or someone else said, I love that oil so much. I'm so pleased you're doing this. So,
Yeah, of course, we do product webinars weekly, but not every team does that, and we've been very fortunate to have a range of leaders participate in that. But I mean, like you say, myrrh is one of those oils. I mean, there's over 130 oils. People would not know about most of those. And so when you're touching on random oils like that, people will want to absorb that information. And if you have a story behind it, it's so much more powerful, so much more useful when you can have an anecdotal story. Now, we talk about no excuses mentality with this business. You've just been to the dentist today.
I have.
You've had 3 teeth out.
I've had 3 teeth extracted.
Unbelievable.
I've had my wisdom tooth up here taken out. I've had the one next to it taken out. So I don't have a lot going on up there right now.
Ouch.
And I've got one in here taken out. And
Now tell us the oil. I mean, we talk about living the lifestyle and actually walking the walk.
I didn't know if I could talk. That's why I didn't say I could come on and help this morning. I actually thought I wouldn't be able to talk.
Well, you're doing just fine.
I'm talking. And my babysitter thought I had gone there and bailed. When I came back, she actually said, "Did I get it done?" I think she thought I just made it up and I maybe went for coffee.
Now, someone
because
in your position right now would be dosed up on how many Panadols?
Yeah,
and,
nothing.
All sorts of things.
Nothing. I'll show you what I've got going on.
Tell us what you took pre and then post operation.
Okay, so I actually bought in advance 8 liters of juice in case I couldn't eat. And I started drinking this last night, which is it's called Ginger Ninja.
I've seen that.
I haven't got time to do loads of juicing, so I bought it. But it has turmeric in it, okay? So I'm like, okay, I can add more turmeric to that though. So I'm actually got my glass of that I'm sipping on, and that's got some turmeric oil in it. I've got a lemon and ginger tea, which is in there, and I'm sipping that because if you get too dehydrated, you'll get the dry socket, so I can't get that. I've got a couple of drops of On Guard in my ginger tea. But the thing I did as soon as I came out, because literally my mouth had completely dropped. I looked like I had Bell's palsy. And they were trying to say to me, beforehand they said, take some antibiotics before you come. I said, no, it's okay. I won't need those. I took 3 On Guard soft gels before I went. And I've been on probiotics, still really, really solidly for a long time. But I came out and I literally covered my face, went to the car. I had these pads in, I had to bite for 30 minutes. So they didn't want me to stay there. Obviously, they boot you out as quick as they can.
That's the bleeding, right? The pads? Yeah.
You got to bite them. So I sat in my car outside Target and I literally got my rose and I covered all my face and I rubbed all that in. Now, I didn't actually plan that. It was just rose was in my handbag. I took Balance and Peace to the actual dentist and I was covered in Balance. And then right before they were going to start it, I said, do you mind if I put some more oils on? And I put some Peace on. And then I found I had Ice Blue, and it's not the Touch. Oh, no, it is the Touch. Sorry, it is the Touch. Okay. So I actually went over where it was sore. Now, at the time, all this was numb, but this is all back now from the injection. So it was finished at 2 o'clock. And so I just did that. And when I first came out, I did have some pain, but I think my pain was from the injection. It actually wasn't it's not in where the extractions happen. So I just did that. That's all I had on me. And then I went shopping. And I actually said to the person in Target, I kind of said, I can't really talk. I just been to the dentist. So they didn't think I was being rude. And I went to say that again in Pet Barn, and I actually could talk. So I was about to tell her I couldn't talk to her, but I was talking to her. I'm like, oh, now I look really silly because I'm talking to you. And I came home, and since I've been home, I've obviously reapplied these. I put a little bit of lavender. I've definitely used copaiba. And I've got the On Guard and turmeric in my drink. So I've got a little chemist thing going on here. But there's no way that I need Nurofen. There's no way I need antibiotics. Why would I need those? I have all this.
That's it. That's the moral of the story, is that you are literally living the doTERRA lifestyle. And
I've even been able to eat. Now, this is kind of random, and it was not fully planned, but I bought these lentil chips, and they've got salt in them. So I can't flush until tomorrow, but I can eat those because I literally can sit that on my tongue and it melts because it's like one of those really melty chips. Yeah. So I'm just... every now and again, I'm just having a lentil chip that I'm sucking on and a bit of sea salt.
Well, good for rehydration and
So exactly. And I kind of figured, well, look, if I can't eat, I'll just drink my juice for a few days. So I'll juice fast and maybe I'll lose a few kilos to get into that gala dress. So you know what? It works out. You got to have a positive attitude. I could have been really oh my God, this is going to happen. I'm going to, have no life for 3 days. I haven't got time for that. The stuff that has to get done. So
this is what it's all about. Fundamentally, people when you do classes or workshops, they're listening to your stories.
Yeah.
It's far more that story you just told us all. It's far more powerful than you going, use this if you have a
and I can tell you, I'm in no pain whatsoever. I'm not faking. I actually am in no pain. I can't feel that this happened.
The old saying of people buy you, they don't buy they buy you when you're talking to them, and so. this month is set up for success in terms of if you are out there, if you're out there building doTERRA, you've got such huge discounts on the kits, incentives to enroll, free oils worth a lot of money.
And a really cool POM, like the digestan. You know, who doesn't need a little travel-sized digestan, a little 5 ml one?
Totally.
That's a game-changer oil for so many people. That's one of the most powerful ones that we get stories about all the time. And 10% off your past tense. Again, flows in great for all the people with their ice blue. They can now get their past tense. So, it's all there. It like literally, it's not hard. Everything is given to us all the time. It's just all there, but it doesn't work unless we do the doing.
Yeah,
that's it. We got to do it.
And look, all that. I mean, if as those of you who are out there actually building the business of doTERRA, the paperwork is out there. The build, the share, the lead, all those documents that you need to support you in your journey is out there as well. And so tonight's been a little bit of a rant here and there, but really it comes down to fundamentals and following that consistently every month. There's no two ways about it. So it's next week. Jody's going to talk about the sales aspect of doTERRA. Everyone gets a bit, sometimes a bit cold feet when they do talk about the sales aspect of doTERRA, and it's something we need to address and talk about. So there is a brilliant document that's been released at Leadership in America a few weeks ago, and Jody has got that, and she wants to talk about that and really expand on what it's all about, because it takes all the guesswork out of it. It takes all the pressure and all that anxiety away. And it's about you and the oils and how you should speak to them. And so it's brilliant. So we're looking forward to next week as well. Any quick comments or questions, please ask. And of course, for next week as well, please keep
drop something in the comments. Exactly. I think that's really good, Mark, that they've done the sales guide, because, you know, we are a little bit different to some companies, but we are all still salespeople at the end of the day. There's no point saying that we're not. I mean, you know, we're not a charity. Like, you know, we can't all just give oils to people. We do need to sell them to people.
Yeah, well, it's not just us benefiting, it's all the growers and the farmers.
Exactly. I know, that's it. And we are responsible for those people. And that's one of the things that I do talk to my team about too. We often have this conversation when it relates to things like compliance. You know, it's not just saying, you know, you can't post that and people whinging and being upset. I say to them, but it's actually protecting doTERRA. And if it's protecting doTERRA, it's protecting your business. But bigger than that, it's protecting those growers. Like, we literally are responsible for those people on the other side of the world that are growing these things and their families and communities. Absolutely. So if everything collapses, what do they do? You know, so that can be the impact. And it's kind of thinking in those terms, isn't it, really?
Absolutely.
But doTERRA give us everything. Like, they have all the resources are there. They give it all to us.
Yep. 100%. And it comes down to choice. What we're offering is a choice. And in building a doTERRA business is a choice as well. You take that choice. You can choose to do that class, or choose to share with that person down the street or at the supermarket or at the shop. So you can choose to keep your mouth closed and go about your day. It's always about choices, whatever we do in life, and doTERRA is just another choice.
It is. And if it changes and if it's not your choice anymore, that's actually completely fine. That's what I say to some of my team too. If you're actually finding this is not your thing, just tell your mentor that you actually just want to be a sharer or a customer. We will still love you. We won't hate you. We will still love you. We love our customers so much. You know, that they're the biggest part of our team. So I couldn't be where I am without, you know, just on 4,000 customers now, basically. So, you know, I didn't do all that on my own. I did it with their support. So
no, I get very passionate about doTERRA as a business, because I think it's an amazing opportunity. So just Helen froze.
Yeah, but you know, if things. Oh, did I? Sorry.
You froze. That's okay. You're back now.
Yeah.
Look, I just think we do get a bit passionate about the business side of things, because it's such an amazing opportunity that if people have that option, that chance, that you know, the opportunity is there for anybody who wants to take it on and put the work in. That's why I get passionate about it, because it's incredible. It's changed our life upside down. Anyway, we're running out of time tonight, so thank you all for joining us. And this will be, of course, this has been recorded on Facebook as well. So please reach out if you have any questions for. Oh, thanks, Emily.
Thanks, Emily.
If you have any questions at all for next week or in the coming weeks, we can certainly address those, or topics we want to talk about. But Jodie will be hopefully here, fingers crossed, next week to talk about the sales aspect of doTERRA, which is a very, very important topic indeed. Thank you so much, Helen.
That's all right. You're welcome.
You've got 3 teeth missing.
Yeah. And, I've got them in a bag just to prove it, but I'm not going to show it online.
You're not going to see them. No, we're not going to see them. We trust you that it has happened.
They're there. Believe me. I'm going to write a homeschooling book around the dentist and the teeth, you see. So she said, do you want the teeth? Oh, yeah, I'll take those home to Zali and write a homeschool book. So, yeah.
You can tell a little story about that one.
Everything is connected.
Wonderful to have you on. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your knowledge and your time tonight. And thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week for another Monday message. Until then, have a great week. Enjoy the April specials. April is upon us.
Yeah, massive. Amazing April. That's what we're calling it. Amazing April.
Absolutely. Yep.
Get well, Jodie.
Yes, I'll tell her. All right. Thanks again. And thanks, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.